Hello, everyone. My name is Garrett Bess. I am the host of the television series Bike to Bites. We want to welcome you to this very special edition of Bike to Bites, the Austin, Texas episode. Today's program is brought to you by ePlus and Dell Technologies. With expertise in cutting-edge innovation across AI, security, cloud, and workplace transformation, ePlus is on the front line of today's modern enterprise. ePlus, where technology means more. Now, throughout this episode, instead of commercials, you will be treated to some conversation between our guests, Ken Farber, president of ePlus. Ken, welcome.
Thank you, Garrett.
And Vinny Scotto, AI Solutions for Dell Technologies.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We will be diving into that discussion periodically throughout the program, exploring AI and your company's journey to help navigate it. So stay tuned. This is a very special episode. We're going to come back for some great conversation. But for now, enjoy this first part of Bike to Bites.
Today on Bike to Bites, I'm trekking through the Southwest arts capital, Austin, and making some great discoveries with Texas-sized desserts.
It is a cake.
Making Mexican-inspired mole.
It actually looks like marble.
And finding some killer hills
Keep pushing.
with killer views. Come along for the ride.
Welcome to Texas.
Thank you, Arnaldo.
You're welcome, Garrett. Have a great ride and be careful. It's quite hot out there.
Thank you so much. That's Arnaldo. He's the GM of the Canopy Austin Downtown, an incredible property. And what makes it so incredible is they want each guest to depart feeling revived, refreshed, and just feeling better. One of the great things about Canopy is they're designed to fit into the local neighborhood, and their local knowledge is incredible. In fact, they've been very helpful to me in planning out things that I should see along our route.
I'm on my Parley Z0 disc road bike today because even though I have one small gravel section, most of my route, I'll be in street traffic.
So here we go, over the First Street Bridge. Look at these great views, beautiful day. We're on our way to our first restaurant for some breakfast. Get charged for our 25-mile ride. This is a cool bike path. And right up here is this fantastic statue celebrating the life of Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was born in Dallas and at age 18 moved to Austin, Texas. According to Rolling Stone magazine, he is considered the 7th greatest guitarist in the world. We're on our first climb of the day. Shimano Dura Ace Di2 makes it so easy when switching those gears. We're going through a residential neighborhood, which is really kind of cool because it's how you get to see how people live, not just in the city center, but on the outskirts as well. I think that's the bit of the climb.
First stop, Boulding Creek Cafe. Keep your cowboy hat on tight because it's vegan and vegetarian.
We've done about 3 miles. We got a little bit of ways to go, but no better way to start than with a great breakfast right here. Leslie, I am so glad to be here, and I'm really excited to try some of the great food that you serve here.
I'm excited to feed you. Thanks for coming by. One of the things that attracted me to Austin in the first place was the kind of artsy underground vibe. And when I saw little changes happening that were taking away some of the culture, I just kept more and more thinking I wanted to be part of preserving that. I'm not a hospitality group. I'm not a chef. I just worked in the kitchen because no one else would do it.
What inspires you?
The people. It's really just always about the people. We have a very diverse clientele. We get a lot of artists. We're active in the queer community. We get a lot of activists that come here, but we also get kids, families, older people, young people, college students. So I feel like we've done a good job of being open space that a diverse group of people can feel comfortable in. We're very vegan forward and 100% vegetarian.
And what are we going to be having?
Okay, well, you can't come here without trying the tofu scramble, our blueberry cornbread, our potato leek omelet with a black pepper sour cream.
Oh. Wow.
Y'all enjoy.
Thank you.
you.
Where should I start?
I think we start here because this is an appetizer.
All right, so this is...
This is a chipotle pecan pesto with locally made ciabatta.
My.
You like it?
You get the sweetness on the forward, and then it ends with that little bit of the kick. It's delicious.
I like the texture, too.
You can actually see the pecans.
Yeah, Texas
right in
pecans.
there. Yep.
And it's vegan.
I know you have a huge commitment here at this restaurant to sustainability. Talk to me about some of those initiatives and why they're important to you.
I know how much waste can come out of a restaurant because I've worked in a lot of restaurants. I knew when I started that that would be something that would be front of mind for me if I owned a place. We participate in an organization in which people can buy $12 worth of food for about $3 and change. And somebody with either food insecurities or somebody who wants to keep food out of landfill can come and they get a surprise bag of whatever we would otherwise throw into the trash.
That's awesome. I mean, I love that.
This is the blueberry cornbread. You should put the butter on it. All of it.
All of it?
You're in Texas.
I'm listening to what I'm being told.
Real
Okay.
maple syrup.
Now, do I pour that on or dip? You're all in.
All right, go for it. Maybe once you get the sweet bite, try the tofu scramble because it's very savory.
That is a slam dunk. That's better than a pancake.
I hope so.
Oh my goodness, if it's sweet, the blueberries are fresh, the maple syrup, the butter makes it all worth it. And I love the way you crisp the outside like that.
Yeah.
Give it a little crust on the outside. Look at all that goodness right there.
Balance it out with the tofu scramble.
Ooh, you put your fork in it and it really is firm. Wow, that is delicious. What are you coating the outside of the tofu with?
Nutritional yeast gives it a little bit of a cheesy flavor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spices, garlic, cumin, black pepper. You're gonna
I'm
get
gonna pass
full.
this over. Switch, yep.
This is the potato leek omelet. This is the egg version, but all of our dishes can be made with tofu scramble. And we use local pasture-raised eggs,
What's on top?
a black pepper sour cream.
Made fresh here.
Yeah. You got a good bite. You got the hash brown in there.
Oh, and the hash brown is underneath?
It's in it.
In it. Where did the idea of taking a hash brown and putting it inside an omelet come from?
Honestly, I think it came from not knowing enough about cooking. We cook all of our omelet ingredients in the egg.
That is delicious.
Thank you.
Delicious. I've never had hash browns inside an omelet.
Yeah, it's just things that work together.
This is so good. Every one of these dishes that you presented with me today are inspiring in terms of the ingredients and the combination of how you do things, the preparation.
I definitely feel honored that people like the food so much.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
A real pleasure.
Well, that was incredibly delicious and unbelievable. That blueberry cornbread, better than most pancakes I've ever had with the maple syrup and the butter, delicious. We've done about 3 miles. We've got about 22 more ahead of us and some state history.
ePlus launched AI Ignite in February of this year, a comprehensive suite of AI solutions and services designed to help organizations at any stage of their AI journey. Tell me a little bit more about that program and how you work with partners like Dell Technologies in helping your customers kind of get to the bottom of what they need to do.
AI Ignite is a very, very simple methodology. It's helping customers unleash the power of AI. And where ePlus plays in that space is helping customers find that right use case, find the way to get the most ROI, find the best way to automate solutions in the industry. Our relationship with Dell is very important because Dell maintains the same philosophy as we do. We're in the same accounts together. They have tremendously good infrastructure that combining the two ingredients together really helps our customers achieve the goals that they're looking for.
Vinny, in terms of Dell, how do you guys work together to help solve a solution for, let's say, your mutual customer?
Yeah, so I think the common misconception you get around AI is that it's a product or it's something that you buy. It's not. AI is hard, right? I mean, it's hard to figure out. There's a lot, and there's a lot of different companies, and there's a big ecosystem. That's where we lean on our partners like ePlus, who can help deliver that all together and be that trusted advisor for customers to help figure out, is this the right use case for my business to start at? Is it a different one? Where do we want to begin? What are the right software? What's the right hardware? AI is an ecosystem of different moving parts. So that's where you really need that partnership with another company like ePlus.
Well, that was a good breakfast. And now we are heading down Congress Street towards the State House. Awesome view. Look at the State House down there. You know, this whole street, pretty cool. It's a mixture of shops and restaurants, something for everybody. So I'm gonna start to hug the side of the road here on this bike lane, come off the traffic part, which is really nice. This is the state capitol here in Austin, Texas. It started construction in 1881 and was completed by 1888. It is the 6th tallest Capitol building in the United States. In fact, it's taller than our own US Capitol. Pretty cool, huh? And we are here. This is a great local neighborhood restaurant known for their sustainability and sourcing locally. This is the Sour Duck.
I've been excited to visit the team at Sour Duck. They've got an incredible rep here in town, not just as a great farm-to-table restaurant, but also a stellar bakery.
How many of the ingredients that you're working with here in the restaurant are local from a percentage standpoint?
Percentage, I would probably say like 90% or so.
That's a lot.
Around there, like, yeah.
You know, we use local flour, so Barton Springs Mill is a local mill that I feel very lucky to have.
Does procuring ingredients that are local make a difference in the final end product?
Yes, I think so, especially with the scratch kitchen. Like, we make everything in-house, so we try to use the best ingredients that we can get. We make our own mayonnaise. We even go down to make our own ketchup for the French fries. Fresher the ingredients, better the end product will be.
Truly from
Yeah,
scratch.
truly from scratch.
So that's what Scratch Kitchen means.
Yes.
You guys seem to be fully committed to doing things as best that you can.
Being in the restaurant industry, there is quite a bit of waste, and we try to minimize that as much as we can. Whatever is organic, at the end of the day, it gets composted.
That's great. What are we gonna find on this menu that we won't find somewhere else in Austin?
I think our menu is kind of playful. It's very seasonal, so that kind of has a huge effect on what is on the menu as well. We kind of just have fun with our food and be a little quirky, because, you know, who wants to eat boring food?
Oh boy. Oh, look at that sourdough. Wow, look at this. Amazing. My goodness. What is that? What is that?
That is the honey cake.
That's the honey cake.
Honey cake?
Yeah.
Wow, would you look at that is a cake.
Yeah. I think we should start with the sourdough.
You have to start by breaking bread,
Yeah,
right?
of
That's how
course,
you start
yeah.
a good meal. You know,
Moment of truth right here.
my mouth is watering. That is no joke, my friend. You'd give San Francisco a run for their money. All right, so where should we go from here?
I think we should go with our double cheese smash burger. Our beef for the burger comes from Peeler Farm up in Fort Worth. It's Wagyu grade beef. There is secret sauce on the very bottom and then pimento cheese on top.
Oh my.
Quadruple the cheese.
For our burger buns, we use challah. So challah is it's an enriched dough, but it doesn't have butter, it has oil.
That is a phenomenal burger.
Yeah.
The double smash, the fresh made pickles, the pimento cheese, the bun wraps the whole thing. I love the symbiotic relationship between the restaurant and the bakery and how everything kind of gets incorporated into a final dish and leveraging each other's talents and you're plating them together. And that's pretty cool.
I can go, hey, Brian, you want to smoke some fish? And then I'll make a rye bread, you know? It's just nice to, you know, have somebody that can kind of finish it for you, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Here we're going to our cold cut ciabatta sandwich. Sean bakes the ciabatta for us. A little southern chow chow.
Wait, what's a chow chow?
Chow chow is a very southern relish and a very sweet, spicy pickling brine. Ham, bologna, and salami that we all make in-house. We brine and smoke our own ham. We have a huge 1,000-gallon smoker that we smoke proteins in.
This is incredible. I'd put you up against any famous New York deli. I mean, that's really, really delicious. And,
Thank you.
and I love the smokiness.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can tell the meats are fresh.
Having that satisfaction of the end product and just seeing the faces that when people eat it makes my day. It's like, oh, I'm good.
I want everyone to smile. I've got that need to be liked, so. Finish it all off. We got
Oh
the
my
honey
God.
cake.
Oh, look at my birthday.
The honey cake is very special. We use local honey. We have burnt honey in it, and so you really get this, I guess, almost like a marshmallow, you could say, like when you
Cool.
toast a marshmallow.
I'm just gonna take a bite.
Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it.
Dig right in.
Okay, I didn't go all the way down,
That's fine.
all right, because I couldn't fit any more on the fork. You can taste the burnt honey.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice. It's not overly
No.
sweet.
It makes you want to eat more.
Like you do want to eat more.
Yeah.
That's really good. I gotta finish what I left. Guys, I can't thank you enough. You are doing such amazing things here. I sit in awe of both of you and your talents. You've definitely fueled me for the next leg, so thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure meeting both of you. We've got a few more miles ahead of us. We're going through some neighborhoods, and then we're off to Barley Swine.
The term AI, it's thrown around a lot. It's become ubiquitous to being something that can solve all your problems, right?
AI has been around a long time. We've reached a point where AI has been commercially acceptable and it's commercially viable. However, customers are still trying to figure out what to do with it. You either want to use AI to increase your productivity, increase your return on investment, reduce your costs, or just plain simply make more money.
Across every vertical I've seen, there are use cases for every single vertical. Like if we went through manufacturing, retail, healthcare, pharmaceutical, law firms.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, right? Schools, right? For helping with education and teaching and programs, or things like translations. Everyone's talking about AI and it could be scary, right? They think Skynet, Terminator, right? It's going to take everyone's job. And that's not where we see Gen AI taking the place. It's helping companies augment their staff and be better at what they do and more efficient.
What advice would you give the customer who's at that very beginning, that infancy stage of their journey, about coming up with solutions for their enterprise, for their business?
Don't get caught up in the frenzy. Don't worry about the fear of missing out. And look at your business principle and understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. As a company, whether you're public or private, you have two goals. You're either there to increase your revenue or reduce your costs, right? If you're there to just say, I want to use AI I want to improve productivity, that's not going to be enough. You'll never get the ROI.
You also can't go with the field of dreams approach of if you build it, they will come. We have many customers who went all in very early.
Really?
To your point, who rushed in, and they literally had to turn off these massive servers and waste that investment. So getting the buy-in from everybody across the board, being strategic about how you want to go about rolling out AI is critical.
I'm headed to a real Austin hotspot where local chef Bryce Gilmore is a huge supporter of local farms and farmers. We are here, our third stop. We are at Barley Swine. I can't wait to meet Chef Bryce.
And then we're gonna do another round of those. Thank you.
Chef.
Hey, welcome to Barley Swine.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be here. This is like the center of the universe right here. I mean, the kitchen is amazing.
Yeah.
It's right smack in the middle of the whole restaurant.
I actually designed the layout of the restaurant. I wanted to be an architect when I was a kid. There's so much energy in the kitchen. We wanted the guests to feel that. We've had this custom hearth made where we can cook a lot of our proteins over.
You walk in and it's just boom.
Yeah.
It hits you and it's like, oh, this place is gonna be good. Where did your love for this business, where did that come from?
My father's a chef, so I grew up around kitchens and lots of stories of almost catching on fire in the kitchen when I was a kid and all that stuff.
Did Dad encourage this?
Yeah, he tried to talk me out of it, so. About 13 years ago, I started a food truck called Odd Duck. We were sourcing everything local then.
That must mean a lot to you that you're supporting that local economy.
You don't take it for granted when you shake the hands of the people that are putting their hands in the dirt. I just wanted to create a menu every day based off of what I had available to me. So we normally do like 7 to 10 or 11, 12 courses. So we're just gonna try a couple things.
How do you pull these ideas together to say, that's what I want to put on a plate?
We draw from traveling, Instagram, cookbooks. If you like it, I take the credit. If you don't like it, it was probably
It's all their
somebody
fault.
Cool thing is that we're not confined to one genre of cuisine. As long as the ingredients we're using are from around here or sustainably sourced, how we put it all together, it can be anything that we think of.
And you're putting it together really well. To be nominated 7 times for a James Beard Award is no joke.
It's been a real honor to be a part of that, and it all starts with these guys behind me that are doing all the work every day. This is the yellowtail that is wrapped with the oa santa and then grilled over the fire. A little bite of fried okra with a slice of copa over the top. This is our shiitake stuffed pasta over scrambled eggs with some shiitake chips and slices of banana pepper.
My goodness, I love the way this is plated.
Thank you. Locally produced plateware as well.
Where should we start?
I'd probably try the caviar first. So you have like lemon and dashi kind of semi-Fredo. The cookie is made with a little bit of dried oysters, and then the caviar over the top. I thought it'd be fun to do a play on an ice cream sandwich. Pretty good?
Oh my God, that
not bad,
is
huh?
phenomenal.
Yeah, you won't look at ice cream sandwiches the same.
Never again.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can say other than wow.
You know. Fried okra, a little bit
From
of
your
pork slice
farm?
over the top. Yep, we grow the okra.
Is this the swine?
That's the swine and barley swine, that's right.
Oh, chef. That is really
That-
good.
yeah.
The okra is just amazing.
A little pork fat
Little
on top.
pork fat
yeah.
on top
Very
doesn't
fun.
hurt anything,
Yeah.
you know?
For the pasta, you want to put the whole thing in your mouth at once, otherwise you're going to be wearing it on your shirt.
Oh my God! Whoa! I love mushrooms,
Yeah.
but I have never had mushrooms like that.
It's fun, right?
Oh, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
you bite into the pasta and it's just like,
Yeah.
this is like nothing I've ever had. I gotta come back to Austin just to have this dish.
You know where to find us.
Oh
It's not
my
going
goodness, that is delicious, chef. Where do we go next?
All right, so we'll try the fish. It's a hiramasa, another sustainable seafood. It's farm-raised yellowtail.
Farm-raised yellowtail.
Yeah, in the ocean, the cold ocean. So if you can find farm-raised fish that are done in the most natural way possible, that's gonna be your best bet. So that's gonna get wrapped with oa santa from the garden. Oa santa is kind of like a big elephant ear lance. Kind of has the flavor of root beer.
The fish is delicious, and you cook it right on the wood fire.
Uh-huh.
It's refreshing. It's delicious. I mean, this
Oa santa?
I have not had that before.
Yeah, it's different.
What I love about this is that I'm feeling satiated and
Yeah.
satisfied, but I'm not feeling like I can't get on a bicycle and continue to ride either.
Well, these are
It's
real.
lovely.
We're using real ingredients.
So, chef, last dish.
Yeah. So our brown butter panna cotta with melon ice, a little bit of fresh melon.
Here we go. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Smooth, clean, from your farm.
This is meant to be like a palate cleanser.
Chef, what you're doing here, off the charts. I kid you not, I'm blown away. Thank you
Appreciate
so
that.
much. Really a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Chef Bryce was astonishing, incredibly creative, super talented in the kitchen. Barley Swine is a must-stop here in Austin, Texas. We have one more restaurant on our route. That's Verbena. We'll see you there. What excites you most about today's AI environment that we're in?
I mean, for me, it's really interesting. I've been in this sector for a very long time, and this is a generational movement, right? I mean, when the PC came about, the internet came about, it's like having our parents or grandparents say when the radio came out or the television came out. This is truly generational. This is going to change the way everybody interacts with one another, how we do business. So it's really exciting. You know, as Vinny said earlier, you know, everybody thought the PC was going to put everybody out of work. This is going to employ so many people. It should really fuel the economy. It's just something tremendous.
Yeah, I concur. And what blows my mind is how fast it's changing. I mean, there's so much that I don't know around AI, and I'll be the first to put my hand up, right? I'm learning every single day. And what really excites me is how much this is driving human process and innovation, right? You see the stuff that AI is unlocking. It's literally changing the world we know it today.
We're having a great conversation about AI and what it can bring and what solutions it can provide. But what do you think are some of the biggest challenges customers are facing navigating this world that we're in right now?
Companies, they don't know where to start, most of them, right? Some are further along, but it's where do we start? Where do we begin? And I think wrapping their head around AI isn't a product, right? It is a ecosystem of different software and hardware and training and services and delivering those outcomes. And that's where they should be focused is. So it's just trying to get those companies to get in the right direction to start at the right spot.
We got a hill. And, you know, it's harder when you're out in 100-degree temperatures climbing. We are heading to Mount Bonnell, the lookout on the river. Keep pushing.
We're really lucky that the bike, she is light enough to come up here with me. Mount Bonnell. We are at 775 feet in elevation, the highest point in Austin, Texas. And remember, sometimes you just gotta get off the route and take it all in. And we got downhill, baby. That's like 29 miles an hour. Woo-wee!
No customer is alike, really. They all are nuanced and they're all different. How do you guys work together to kind of distill down what is going to be the suite, if you will, of the right solutions for that customer?
I think our approaches are very similar, right? Which is why we have a good partnership. Understanding the customer, understanding what it is that they're trying to achieve, understanding what their environment looks like, and breaking it down and creating that recipe for success.
You know, if I'm doing a first meeting with a customer, right, they just reached out. If I'm talking about any specific Dell product in that first meeting, I am not doing my job properly, right? This should be about educating the customer around what's possible from different use cases, what outcomes, and just spark conversation on, hey, you're in this vertical, this is what we're seeing other customers do. Here are the different use cases. Here are the considerations you want to make sure you're thinking about from an AI. But it's not a product conversation. It is a strategic conversation about bringing value to their business and their company.
What is it that you'd want them to take away from why this partnership is something that could be very, very useful to them?
In order to help customers, you need perspective, and not one solution provider is going to provide you a single perspective that's going to be right. It's a combination of perspectives that get you to where you want to be on the journey that we spoke about. And Dell has great perspective, and they've developed solutions for AI in areas that they have strengths. ePlus has done the same. And it's the combination of those solutions and the different perspectives and the customer conversations that we're having that we can share with our customers to help them gain their own perspective of where they want to go, right? And that's where the power of the partnership really comes to play, is the technologies that and the solutions that we both have to offer, as well as the real world business experience that we've gained in talking with customers and helping them in the journey.
Woo! What a ride. 25 miles, but we are here at our final destination. We are at Verbena, and we're gonna meet up with Chef Paolo right now. And boy, I am hungry. You grew up in Mexico. Did you always know you wanted to be a chef?
My grandma was always a very traditional cook, and my mom took the direction of working in kitchens. So I remember when I was around 11 years old, I was very persistent. I want to be a chef. So she took me into the kitchen, flames, the knives, they were sauteing, and I was like, this is awesome. I like to experiment with the heritage that I was raised with. How can I represent this without losing the respect for it? Every time I find a new flavor, I start investigating about it, trying to get a little more deep into the culture, where it's coming from, and try to represent it properly.
That's hard.
It's very hard.
So, Chef, I'm super pumped to have you kind of teach me how you do one of your signature dishes. Should we head into the kitchen?
We're always ready.
All right, let's go.
This is our Campeche fish. We received it this morning, butcher it, brine it, so no need for extra seasoning.
Beautiful fish.
You have a big portion of the belly, which is the best part of the fish.
Chef, there's a little butter in there, right?
Yes.
Nothing else?
Nothing else, just butter.
So then I can take my fish.
Just place it down there.
Place it straight down there.
Careful with the splash. 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other one.
And then we're
ready
good.
to plate up.
Oh, it's looking so good.
The asparagus are going in.
And we're taking the fish out. There you go, let me help, Chef.
Coming out.
It's the least I can do.
The asparagus, very simple. Turn the heat off. We just want to cook them very, very light on that same butter.
So now we plate the fish.
Yes.
Like this?
That's perfect.
Got
the
it.
mole has been slowly heating up. And then we're gonna make strikes with the huitlacoche sauce on a white mole sauce.
Like I'm making an ice cream sundae.
Kind of, yes.
Okay. Explain what mole actually is.
Mole just translates to blended. This one is made with only fresh ingredients and seeds and nuts. Huitlacoche is a mushroom. We season these mushrooms, we saute them, and then we just blend them into a very, very fine sauce. All you need to do is just grip it very slowly, let it do its own work.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
It actually looks like marble. All right, chef, I'll follow you. This looks fantastic. Where should I start?
I will start with the quesadilla de milpa. Milpa is a growing process that the Mexicas in Mexico City created. Corn needs a lot of nitrogen, so they planted beans. But then to combat the weeds, they start planting squash. So we grab all those ingredients and saute them together, and that's the stuffing over quesadilla.
Are you kidding me? That should be illegal. Look at the vegetables in there, and it is just beautiful.
Thank you. Ladies will start making these on the street in order to support their family, and this is pretty much a way to honor them.
It is absolutely beautiful dish. So we're going here next?
Yes, main course.
This dish right here, this mole, is love. That is just delicious. And that mole, it is fantastic. And I love the balance between the dark and the white. Beautiful fish.
Thank you. For us, it's representing the fish as it should taste, representing the mole, but complementing each other, not overlapping each other. The white asparagus tend to be sweeter than regular asparagus, so this is just coming to balance it out.
I love this dish.
Food is one of those things that can throw you back to memories. I think that's what feeds you more than your body, it feeds your soul.
And I think that's what's amazing about doing what you do.
I mean, that's kind of what I like. It's my way of connecting with the rest of the world.
That is amazing, chef.
Thank you for coming.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I feel honored. Thank you so much. And for all of you at home, we'll see you next time on Bike to Bites.
This has been an unbelievable conversation. I want to thank both of you. Ken from ePlus and Vinny from Dell Technologies. You guys have been fantastic. I hope you all have enjoyed the conversation and have enjoyed watching this very special episode, the Austin, Texas episode of Bike to Bites. For more information about what you heard in this conversation, you can scan the QR code that's on your screen, and that'll give you a whole bunch of other information that you might want to access based on what you've heard here today. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Remember, pedal, eat, and repeat. We'll see you next time on Bike to Bites.